Today I'm with Fred Barthold. He's one of the owners of Diamond Sports Marine and an industry veteran. He's sold and bought dozens and dozens of bass boats. So I know a lot of you're looking to either buy a new boat, maybe a new used boat, or you're going to sell your used boat. And let's pick Fred's brain just a little bit today. Let's find out what he looks for, a professional, when he's evaluating a used boat. So if I bring in a new boat, Fred, or a boat that I'm going to trade, what's the first thing you're going to take a look at?
Well, Tom, the first thing we generally look at is what everybody does. We look at the overall appearance of the upholstery and the carpet, see what kind of condition it's been kept in. You can usually tell a lot by that. From there, we move to the structural part of the boat. We inspect the hull real careful, see what kind of scratches or gouges or if there's any exposed fiberglass damage on the running pad part. And that gives us a pretty good idea of how that boat was used.
Sure.
From that point on, then we get to the meat of it and we get into the engine itself. Just simply by removing the cowling, we can tell a lot. Dirt daubers are very prominent in our area, and which are very, very detrimental to an engine.
Sure.
So we inspect underneath the cowling to see how it's been maintained before we even start to do any compression checks. After the compression check, we can tell whether we feel a leak down test at that point needs to be done before moving to the lower unit.
Sure.
All of these things combined give us a pretty good indication of the condition of the boat, which of course leads to the value of the boat.
Sure. So you're not looking at necessarily, obviously hours is going to come into play, your model is going to come into play, but it sounds like the main thing you're talking about is there's a big variation. Somebody can use a boat really hard, not take care of it, leave it outside, let it get scratched up, not maintenance the engine, and it won't be worth near as much as a boat that may be a few hours older, been used more, but if you really take care of it, you can really save some resale value.
That's correct, Tom, because it is a used boat. We want people to enjoy their boats. It's a recreational vehicle. How they use that boat and maintain that boat all goes towards the value of that investment. And in today's market, the price of these boats, new or used, they are an investment.
Sure.
So we highly recommend to keep up your return on investment, to take the time to maintain your boats, service your boats the best of your ability.
And a lot of it's really simple stuff. It just simply, as soon as you take the boat out of the water, if you wipe it down, if there's a loose screw, go ahead and fix it instead of let it become a major problem. It's very simple things to do.
That's right, Tom. It's the little things that will add dollars to your investment when it comes time to trade or sell.
So once you've taken all that into consideration, Fred, now you have all the facts, you have the year and the engine and the hours, condition of it. How do you actually determine a value of a boat?
Well, the vast majority of the dealers and individuals use the NADA. We use NADA books to where people can get online and actually use the NADA online to determine the value of the boat itself. There are variations. There are listings for high-end retail, average retail, and of course we have figures that tell us average trade-in value. All kinds of conditions go into that value. If they have added features such as updated electronics, added power poles, etc., that increases the value of that boat. There are also things that decrease the value of that boat that we touched on earlier.
Sure.
They all factor into the value of the person's boat.
All right, Fred, appreciate the feedback. A lot of pretty simple guidelines here. You heard it straight from the industry veteran. Take care of the boat. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. And if you have any questions on what your boat's worth or how to maximize its value, feel free to give Fred a call.